It's not just about climate change, right? It's that reducing pollution is a good thing, independent of climate change.
BusinessJournalDaily.com. 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
I like a bank that's a pillar in my community.
I like a bank so cutting edge, they have a lab branch.
We are so alike.
Well, we do both bank at Farmers National Bank.
Farmers.
Stand strong.
Obviously, this has become a very politicized issue.
Right.
And in some ways, it's unfortunate because it is, even though it's politically complex, it's economically relatively simple. And the vast majority of economists, you never have a consensus on anything, but it's actually been polled that more than 95% of economists agree that something should be done, something significant should be done to mitigate the effects of climate change. And that includes, taxing carbon emissions. By applying a tax, by pricing carbon emissions, people would naturally, and industries would naturally emit less carbon emissions as a result. And then not just applying a tax and that's it, but then making it a revenue neutral tax. So taking the proceeds of that tax and then actually giving it back to families in the form of a check at the end of the year. So obviously, people don't want to pay more for gas. But if you get a check for, the estimates are if there's a $40 per ton tax applied to carbon, that the average family would get $2,000 as a check at the end of the year, which more than makes up for the additional amount that they would pay in terms of gas or fossil fuels in general. So you'd pay more for gas and to heat your house, but you'd get more than that at the end of the year when it comes to as a rebate.
So more money, more jobs, and a planet we can
there's a lot of
live on.
really good things associated with it. And it's not just about climate change, right? It's that reducing pollution is a good thing, independent of climate change. Right? And increasing the amount of jobs in green energy is a good thing, independent of climate change. And becoming less dependent on fossil fuels, or in particular on imported oil, is a good thing, completely independent of climate change. And so
we're seeing it right now.
Exactly, If we were less beholden on imported oil and oil in general, that would be a good thing. And so there are a lot of additional benefits associated with taking actions now to mitigate the effects of climate change beyond just the climate change impacts of it.
BusinessJournalDaily.com. 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
I like a bank that's a pillar in my community.
I like a bank so cutting edge, they have a lab branch.
We are so alike.
Well, we do both bank at Farmers National Bank.
Farmers.
Stand strong.